Guys, if you were cooking on some beat-up old pans, listen up. Our show sponsor, Hexclad, has revolutionized the cookware industry with its patented hybrid cookware. We upgraded our kitchen with Hexclad, and my wife and I love it. They're incredibly durable and give you the performance of stainless steel, the durability of cast iron, and the convenience of non-stick. Gordon Ramsay uses these pots and pans, and if that doesn't convince you, I'm really not sure what will. These are the ones you heard Gordon say it. He referred to them as the Rolls Royce of kitchenware. Hexclad's 13-piece set has everything that you need for a limited time, plus you're going to get 10% off just by using the code Chael when you go to hexclad.com. All of their products also come with a lifetime warranty. That's right, this is the last set of pots and pans you're ever going to have to buy for a limited time only. You can get 10% off your entire order by using the promo code Chael at hexclad.com. Trust me, guys, your kitchen will truly never be the same. Just click the link below. I do miss the days where the judges know where we're at as an industry and then screw a guy over to serve that narrative. I do miss the days. They're back. They were back on Saturday. There was no reasonable world where Alex Pereira won that fight. And that's not Chael's opinion, that's math. He lost rounds 1 and 3. He did not have a 10-8 in round 2, and if he did, he would have got what's known as a draw, which is not what he was given. He was given a loss. Oh, and by the way, this isn't just my opinion. This is the opinion of 16,000 people that were there live that had what we call skin in the game, meaning they paid money to be there. It's the opinion of every contender at 205 pounds who thought they were going to get the winner, and now they realize, no, I'm getting the loser. Well, I'm getting the guy that lost the fight but won the decision. Oh, and by the way, it's also the opinion of a licensed judge who sat ringside. It was a split decision. Look, I'm just sharing with you. It was wrong. It wasn't a robbery. I have seen worse. It was wrong. There is nothing by the numbers that could get you to the conclusion that Alex won. You could look at takedowns, you could look at attempts, you could look at strikes, you could look at kicks, you could look at defense and see who slipped more punches. There was nothing by the numbers that could get you to a belief that Alex won. So the reason I bring that up, and the reason I brought it up with tongue-in-cheek to tell you was for the greater good. The judges factored in a criteria, and they're known to do this. It's just not within the rules of fatigue. Jan Blachowicz was exhausted, and Alex was not. Jan Blachowicz could not move, and Alex could. Jan Blachowicz, with his hand raised, in no scenario does Dana White come out and say, I'm going to take that man who couldn't finish 3 rounds, and I'm going to put him in a 5-rounder. It just wasn't going to happen. Now with Alex, takes a little bump here from me, takes a little bump from you, gets booed by 16,000. By the end of this week, that will be a distant memory, and he will only be remembered as the guy who beat Jan Blachowicz. That's it. I don't fault Alex. I've been on both sides of those. Lost some that I should have won and won some that I should have lost. I've been on both sides of it. It's just the way our sport goes. But Alex is a very good opponent, X's and Y's, for Jamal or for what by rumor is more likely going to be Prochazka. I mean, a real stand-up battle against Prochazka, and Prochazka will not break that. He's too stubborn, too courageous, too good. The X's and O's really are very awesome to see that fight. So I think that that's the position that we're going to be in. I don't know where Jan Blachowicz goes from here. Jan Blachowicz very quietly has surpassed 40. I believe he has surpassed 41, but I mean, he did that very quietly. Like, I remember when he was fighting Glover Teixeira and things like that, that Glover was the old man and the more youthful. Sharon Frey, he's older than you might think. And to reach that level of exhaustion, I'm not sure. I'm not impressed with him. I mean, the altitude in Salt Lake is a very, very real thing. We have seen guys fold. We have seen guys less tired than Jan not be able to finish a match. Jan is so exhausted he can't even move. Oh, by the way, he finished the match in top position, holding a world champion down. And you want to look at Alex Pereira, guys. He's an amateur. Alex Pereira's an amateur. At least by record. At least by experience. I believe his fight with Jan marked his 7th time in the octagon. I believe. I'm also well aware that I could miss one. That's an amateur's record. That amateur just beat his 2nd world champion, and that amateur was just a world champion, and that amateur, I believe, will be named #1 contender for a world championship at his 2nd weight class. That amateur that I speak of, and he is an amateur by record, for sure, is eligible for the Hall of Fame. What would happen if Pereira wins the light heavyweight belt? Because, guys, I think that will probably be contested this year. Probably. Imagine it does, though. Imagine they get that done before January 1st. That will mean that Pereira was the champion of the world this year, in 2023, in 2 different weight classes. There's nobody that can touch that. There's nobody that's going to come along and do that. You could argue him for fighter of the year at that point, and you have a hard time looking away. And as soon as he gets that belt, we move him right to heavyweight and we start talking about the Jon Jones match. I mean, that's been the plan for a while. It was just Adesanya's plan. Right now, they just flip. You take the same blueprint, right? You still build the house. Got to switch a couple of the pieces. I'm just sharing with you. I mean, it really is a very special thing, and I realize that jumped into a couple of different spots. But what Alex Pereira is pulling off, right? And there's a blueprint to beat him. That blueprint was shown on Saturday, but that doesn't mean it will exist the next time that he gets in there. Because as much as we all saw that you can take him down and hold him there, when you get him down, you must have wrist control. If you don't have wrist control, he posts and stands back up, right? I mean, that's the key that everybody missed. You don't just take him down and you're done. You take him down, you get his wrist, you pull it to his waist, and then you're done. But as much as we've all seen that, he has 2 now. Much as we all know this to be true, he does 2 now. Much as we've identified it, his coaches have 2 now. And an athlete of that ability and of that drive and of that work ethic can certainly get in the gym and fix some of these things. I mean, look, Alex Pereira, I call him an amateur. He's got amateur skills. He's got one way to win a fight, which is to beat you with the punches and the kicks. He can't outposition you. He can't pass your guard. He can't hit you with any type of submission. Got one way to win, and he has 7 fights. He's an amateur that might be fighter of the year, and if he stopped right now, might go into the Hall of Fame.